Hey everyone, this is going to be your daily real message for May 22nd. I had already started pulling cards and we have a sack of potatoes back there. So y'all know the deal. All readings are done by donation. It's general. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but if you want a reading, you can find the information in the description box below. I will say this though, be practical, considerate. I'm not gonna spend 30 minutes to 2 hours for $2 or $1. I'm not gonna do a entire how would you say, like a overall cover several different areas of life for $1 or $2. Like I just can't. Like, come on, be practical. But you can still get a reading for $1 or $2. It's just not like, I'll gladly give you 10 15 minutes of my time for that, but it is what it is. So yeah, I just feel like I need to say that. So the deer was the first card to come out. Actually, this came out in the stack just like this: the deer, the elephant, and the crocodile, which I thought was so interesting. Love this deck. I actually got it for someone because she said she loved it, and then went to take my dog out, and the office was like, "You have a package," and she apparently gifted me with the same deck. So awesome. I love it. So the deer, like, right, when you think of a deer, right, a deer is so graceful and peaceful, and even that's actually a doe, right? Very feminine, earthy sort of spirit. I feel like we're especially if you allow the moon, this moon here, to do what it does, and what it did, you're probably feeling very graceful and gracious, right? And feminine and compassionate and just like grounded, right? Bringing these things, and this is sort of, I guess, what I would say we're looking like on the outside as well, with the elephant coming out behind that with the third eye illuminated. And anytime I see an elephant, I think of Ganesh, like off the top. And anytime I think Ganesh, I think of the brain, okay, and the consciousness, wisdom, right, and also grace. Elephants are wise, but they also walk with a very graceful style. I mean, to be that big, and that slow, I don't know, it's just like it's a powerhouse. With the crocodiles also, I see as a powerhouse. And look at that eye, right? Look at that eye, that reptilian eye. I love it. But you know what the elephant also does? Like, I can't remember the exact phrase or term that's used, but they're like nature's construction workers. You know what I mean? They like clear out trees and make paths, and they make ponds, and they make bodies of water. Like, they dig, they make dams, because they knock down trees and they dig up root systems and things like that. They are nature's construction workers. It is what it is. They make a path, and I love that. I feel like we're sort of graciously, compassionately walking through this path, or that is maybe even what is partly creating the path for us, that this elephant is making. And we're doing it with wisdom, right? And you have the crocodile here, which is so interesting because water, right? Emotion, spirituality. But the crocodile is also extremely powerful and also very graceful in a way, moves very slow until it's time to speed it up. But also stalks, sits back and stalks and waits for its prey, waits for its time. And when it does move, on its own, it just kind of floats, and it's just real slow and graceful moving. All of these animals to me are extremely graceful, right? The crocodile may be asking us, like, there may be a reason we're moving so slow, right? Maybe we need to sort of stop and look at what's going on here. Perhaps we're waiting on an opportunity. Okay, maybe it's not the time to pounce. Maybe we're waiting or trying to see on how exactly we go about working on these things, whatever these things may be it new passions, desires. Some of you may have gotten a lot of ideas recently, and I'm seeing like 3 forks in the road. Like you can go straight, you can go off to the left or to the right. Interesting. So it's not just about even how do we work on it, it's which way do we go to work on it. But you know what I'm saying, like I feel like maybe that's why we're at a stopped position or a slowed down position, because there is a path being made for us. There's a definite path being made for us, and I don't think we're going to have any problem taking that path and seeing that opportunity when it does arise, and it will. It is being presented. 2 aces, 1 in the reverse, 1 in the upright. But again, I feel like this is a lot of new ideas and new even confirmations to ideas, a lot of creativity, and like, okay, so how do I make that work? Okay, how do I put that into action in the 3D, and when is the right time? I love it. 5 of Wands flying out in the reverse position at the elephant. And you know, like the elephant is not going to sit and argue with anyone. You know what I mean? Like, elephant is huge and wise, and why would the elephant would not argue with anyone. It's going to run you over, you're going to get out of its way, or it's just going to like mosey on by, right? That's the energy of the elephant. Like it has no time for confrontation and arguments. It's like I love it. Right, with the Magician and the 7 of Cups flying out over here. So you may have been in a dream state, or what I feel like, especially with these cards coming out together, as I mentioned, the creativity, and you know, could be dreams, could be like actual you were asleep and you dreamt, or could be like dreams as in dreams and goals. But what I'm getting here is like there's been a lot of things that have been coming up in the mind, in this creative space, and it's kind of like, okay, now how do I make that a reality with it coming in reverse? It's like, okay, again, a card about practicality, like what is practical, what is not, and how do I actually manifest this and bring this into the 3D? How do I make this something very real? I want it to be very real. And I have the skills and the power to do exactly that. I love that the 8 of Swords pops out with the 6 of Pentacles. It's like, you know, 8 of Swords in reverse, actually. So we're walking through the gate, and again, it's like I have the skills. I know who I am. Like I said, this is not going to stop for anyone. And it's almost like the deer was the first one to come out, and then the elephant, and then the crocodile. So it's like you're protected in every direction, because the deer is easily hunted, right? It's fast, and they are fierce. I mean, don't get it twisted. A deer can put up a good fight, but I don't know. I just feel like it's protected in all areas. The way that this came out, just like this, like I got you. You be graceful and beautiful and do what you do, and I got you kind of energy, right? And that's what I'm getting with this. It's like, you be graceful, do what you do, go ahead and walk through the gate, all right? Walk out of the prison, know that you're free, know that you're skilled, put your dreams into action, okay? And I got you. I got you. The universe has you. The people around you have you. When you are this beautiful and this compassionate and this understanding, you can't not have at some point these type of people around you that will reciprocate, right? That will mirror back to you and give back to you and be even and equal with you. When someone sees how truly beautiful you are, and I'm hearing like, you don't have to try to be beautiful when you just are. That sounds a little conceited, but it's really not. Like, it's really not. This is a very like free-flowing reading. And the Knight of Wands rushing in. Let's see. Let's get another card with that Knight of Wands, because it's rushing toward the the Six of Pentacles there. Awesome. Okay, so you have the Knight of Wands rushing toward the Six of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands in the reverse behind it, okay? So someone is like letting down their guard, okay, which is a deer, okay? Like I said, I feel like you go do what you do. You can let down your guard because you have so much protection around you right now. Like, I got you. It's okay. I don't know many that would come up against a crocodile or an elephant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those are pretty powerful. So why the deer can put up its own fight, but in its element, in its grace, in its compassion, in its you know, point where it's just kind of grazing and maybe even alone, because I am getting sort of this alone feeling, but it's not. It's not alone. It's like it appears alone. This is what I look like on the outside, but don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, because I'm very, very protected, and that's what I feel like here. It's like, okay, you charge forward towards whatever your mission is, right? You charge forward towards this and out of this gate, okay? Charge forward towards that with your passion, and it's okay for you to let your guard down, because I got you. There's someone working, or some things working behind the scenes. There's a lot of earth energy going on, a lot of things manifesting into the 3D. Okay. Ten of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles coming out. Actually, it's the Eight of Pentacles working towards the Ten of Pentacles, okay? But it's like very protected right now. I feel like a lot of people are very protected in their endeavors. Wow. Wow. I mean, the people that you're partnering up with right now, it's like, I got your back. I got your back. When we go out into this world, when you go out into this world, they may not see me. They're going to see you. And I'm going to make sure you're good. All right? There's been some sort of a cycle completed. So whoever you're partnering with, whether this is business, if this is a relationship, if this is friends, if this is family, whatever this is, this could even be self with self, right? This could be finally a peace within self. But it's like, when you go out here, I got you. It's okay. The Page of Wands flying out over the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. It's so interesting because the Page of Wands is such a free spirit, right? It always wants to see what's on the other side. It's very curious. It's very free. It's adolescent. So again, it's like, go ahead. Go ahead and go towards that. Walk through that gate with no fear. Because even though I know you can handle your own, we got you on this side, and that side, and that side. Okay, now the Six of Swords, all right, is, it's flipped over in the reverse position right over the Two of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So I'd like to get another card with that, but what I'm seeing is like, it's not time to walk away. It's time to continue to work towards this. There's definitely a Tower moment. There's change coming and has been coming, right? This is such a transformative experience. I mean, when you think about it, like when you walk through that gate, of course it would be transformative, okay? But with the Hermit shooting out in the reverse position, you're not doing it alone. You may appear alone. People may see you out there by yourself grazing and think that you don't have a lot of protection, right? Don't let this kindness fool you. Don't take my kindness for weakness, okay? But you're not alone. So if you need backup, we got your back as the wheel turns, okay? As the wheel turns. And then, wow, strength and judgment coming out just like that, mirroring each other with the 9 of Swords. So what I'm getting is like, don't stress. Don't stress, because it's like, this is a major, major rebirth, and not just any rebirth. This is a strong rebirth. This is not just like any small epiphany or like kind of half-assed thought or idea. I mean, this is something very strong, very real. When your heart is truly pure and truly in the right place, as I said, with that elephant. Like, I mean, I always think of Ganesh when I think of elephants, when I see elephants. And the King of Pentacles, it's like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, there's going to be universe, people, it's going to make a way. Everything, there will be a way made for you while you're in this energy, because when you're truly doing right, when you're on your path, when you're happy, when you're pure, when you're coming from a pure place, people see that. People absorb that. You can't help but to absorb that and see that energy. It radiates. It radiates. That beauty radiates. The Hanged Man flying out over the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. It's like, so there are some decisions to make, as I stated, in the very beginning of the reading. It's like there's a 3-prong sort of fork in the road. It's like, I can go straight, I can go either way. Hell, I can go any of those and then come back again and do it over, right? Like, this is my journey. But there are some decisions to make. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse position and the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so again, it's like, it's slow down. Slow down. Like, we don't have to necessarily go so fast. I mean, think of the deer. When the deer grazes on its own, it moves pretty slow. It grazes pretty slow. It is fast. If you startle it, it shoots in the other direction. Same with elephants. Elephants move pretty slow. Same with the crocodile. The crocodile moves slow until it's ready to pounce. So it's like, we're just moseying along. Like, it's just like this, let this unfold the way that it unfolds. It's very natural. I'm feeling like it's very natural, and there's nothing that needs to be rushed here. It's okay to sort of sit with the feelings and think about it before you speak about it. Also, turning away anyone who is, as I'm saying, turn it away. The 7 of Pentacles flying out over the Magician. It's like you, and then the Hierophant flying out over that. Yeah, with wisdom. So you putting away toxic behaviors and people that want to gossip. This can often be a card of gossip, and just like I'm hearing and I'm seeing like messy motherfuckers, like, miss me with the mess. Okay, I'm not gonna put any energy into that. Like, bibbity boo, bitch. I'm not dealing with it. Right? I've come way too far. I don't have time for it. It's just like, it's not even a thing in my life anymore. 2 of Wands in the reverse position, shooting out over the 7 of Cups and the Magicians. It's like, again, this came out in the last reading. It's like, I have the world in my hands, but now what do I do with it? With the Emperor shooting out right beside the Hierophant, just like that. Boom, boom. I fucking love it. You talk about power, baby. And over the Judgment, over the rebirth. It's like, if you are deciding, or you have decided, or you are in the middle of a transition and you have been scared to sort of go forward and experience this thing full on and step into the new you and what people may say and what people may do, and if I let that go, how will I make ends meet, or how will I get to the next step, or what is the next step, or how will I, where will I live, what will I do, all of these sort of things. Like, don't fucking worry about it. Do not worry about it. Do you see this? Do you see these things, these energies that are surrounding you? Strong, stern, controlled, organized, powerhouses. Powerhouses.
Mom,
yes, baby.
bucket.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And he picks up the Page of Cups, right, which is an offer. Didn't even know it was down there. Queen of Swords and the 10 of Cups coming out. It's like, someone here is figuring out what exactly makes them content. someone here is figuring out, like, what do I cut out? What do I keep? What is going to make me happy when I walk through this gate? Okay, so now I see the new me. I see the new me. And what do I do with it? I keep hearing, like, okay, I see it. I get it. I have it. Now what do I do with it? And I'm feeling like all of these energies surrounding, as in, take your time. Take your time and figure it out. You'll figure it out. In a safe space, wherever you go, you're protected, sort of thing. Okay, the Empress, the Empress with the Ten of Swords shooting out and the Wheel of Fortune flying. It actually like flew out like this in the reverse, and then flipped sort of like this and went over and landed face down on top of the Ten of Swords. Look here. This new cycle, this new wheel, it's like this new fortune, this new way, this new you is not gonna let this shit and these shitty people fuck anything up. Like, I mean, it landed just like that. Like, nah, not today, bitch. Not today, Satan. No. This is something very divine going on here with the Emperor. As I say that, the Emperor flying out right next to the Empress. Okay, so this could be self with self. This could be the people that you're surrounding yourself by. This could be divine guidance. This could be your spiritual team. It doesn't matter. There is something very, very divine and protected going on right now in this journey that is currently happening. Okay, and then the Hierophant flying out again right over the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, this is something very, very protected. I'm going to end the reading there because I feel like that's it. That's it. You're protected. For those of you that are resonating with this particular reading, do you, boo? When you're going forward, when you're not with the intention to harm anyone or hurt anyone, when you're going forward with a pure heart from a pure place, right? Especially those of you that have been reborn and are in this sort of graceful state with this wisdom. And you may even, some of you may even, because I'm actually seeing now, they're showing me an altar of Ganesh. So some of you may even, that may be a thing for you. But whenever you go forward like this, in this state, in this way, you're so protected. You're so protected in and with the divine. So I love you all very much. That's what I have for you, and I will see you next time.